We've seen a lot of good news coming out of Washington, of strong economic growth, strong job growth, wage growth as well, inflation coming down. But it doesn't seem to be resonating with individuals as far as their day-to-day lives. Why do you think that that's not connecting this time?
I think that we've been through a lot. I really think that people have been through a lot with COVID and just the aftermath. And so it's going to take a while for people to just start feeling better about things. And we do know that prices are still a little high. And I think that that's something that we have to work on.
In the last 8 years, we've seen every form of control in Washington. We've seen all Republican control, we've seen split, we've seen all Democratic control, and yet we never seem to see any movement on the big issues, whether it's a federal budget, whether it's immigration. How does that change? Because it doesn't seem like any one party is making a difference in that.
Yeah, I agree with you. We have not gotten a lot of progress out of Congress. It has become so divided and so dysfunctional, that it's hard to get anything done. And the truth is, I have stood up to my party many times when I thought that they weren't doing the right things for Iowans. I have been very critical of President Biden on immigration. I think he acted too slowly to secure the border. We have to secure the border. Both parties in Congress have been talking about securing the border for, how long? Decades probably. And they've never done anything about it. They had a golden opportunity not long ago with this strict border security bill. Our own Republican Senator Joni Ernst said it was the best opportunity we would have in our lifetimes to secure the border. And yet the House wouldn't even bring it to a vote. And Representative Miller-Meeks stood by and did nothing about that, didn't say one word to the House leadership about, hey, get us our border bill. She didn't do it.
It has just been in recent months that the law here in Iowa, the so-called fetal heartbeat bill, took effect. What role does the federal government play, and is that essentially legalizing abortion nationwide, or should states still have some say in this?
Yeah, so what I support, what I've always supported, is just going back to Roe versus Wade. I don't think it should depend on what their zip code is or what state they live in. So I would like to see that. Now, what that means, though, is essentially we can just kind of go back to the law that Iowa had before all of this started. And I think that was a law that most people were comfortable with.
We see a lot of countries, most advanced countries around the world do have some pretty significant restrictions on abortion, particularly in Europe. I mean, there's a lot of countries that have 10 to 15 week abortion bans with exceptions, of course.
Yeah, so look, Roe versus Wade is a balance, and it does allow states to have laws on this. This law that Iowa now has is a 6-week ban. It bans abortion before most women even know that they are pregnant. Representative Miller-Meeks supported that ban when she ran for the legislature. She touted it, advocated for it, championed it, but she didn't stop there. We went to Congress. And in Congress, she signed on to co-sponsor a life at conception bill that would ban all abortions with no exceptions at all, not for rape, incest, or to save a woman's life.